Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to the very last.
The last two episodes of Black
Summer.
Couldn't remember the last of it. Still don't understand why it's called Black Summer. Don't get the meaning of the name.
Not at all. Black Summer, this is season 2, episode 7 and 8.
7 and 8, yep.
7 and then the finale.
Mm-hmm.
This is the FnG Show. I'm your host, Gary.
And I'm Frank. FnG Show.
And what was terrible about this thing...
He starts off with terrible, yeah.
I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't know. It started off at the... from episode 7. We was at the cabin.
The cabin.
The guy finally got
lodge.
this, like, I told you, you see it. And they got at the cabin.
They finally got to the cabin.
Then the daughter was doing some stupid stuff, hearing noise at night. It was 3 of them there. The mother and Boone.
And Boone,
Crazy dude.
The one that was in the other place
Hiding
the whole time while everybody was dying.
Right. He's gonna be sleeping now.
Mm-hmm.
And she's sleeping. The daughter, don't want to go to sleep. Don't want to take a shower. Everybody else is showered and everything. She's sitting there looking at the door,
seeing if there's somebody coming.
Then she hear this boom, boom. She gets up, go down there.
I think she was having hallucinations, to be frankly honest, as far as the zombies in the room, because she never opened the zombie door.
No, she didn't.
I think she was having hallucinations. But, in this lodge, all the doors probably we thought the doors were locked, but, at night, the wind blowing and blowing all the doors, and she thinks it's a bunch of zombies walking around in the place. And I think she was having a hallucination. She was walking around, hearing doors, locking them. Then she heard another door. She went looking for that. You know how horror movies go. They go looking for it, and then you end up dead. But she didn't end up dead. And she went to this room, and she heard this noise and all these zombies inside the room, but she didn't open the door. And I think because she was sleep deprived, she was having hallucinations. And because that door never opened, was no zombies in the lodge, right?
No.
We didn't see any. So I'm thinking it was hallucinations, really, when she was at the lodge.
Yeah, so she's down there. So she ended up going back upstairs to the room. Okay, good. She got away from it and everything. Then the mother wakes up, and she's gone.
Mm-hmm.
First she went down to close the door. The next time she went down, she heard the noise in that room Frank was talking about. So the mother get up, and she goes looking for her. And then all of a sudden the girl hollers, "Mom!" She take off down. She bangs on the dude's door, which is Boone, a couple doors down. He gets up. Is my daughter in here? Your daughter? I don't know what the daughter. Anyway, that dude was crazy. So they go ahead and take off. Go downstairs, and who do they run into down there?
What's his name? Pence? Whatever his name.
Spears.
Spears shows up.
James.
Spears shows up. The black guy that was supposedly a murderer or whatever he was doing, and we've told you about him in the episode about him and his brother and his family. He shows up at the lodge. And we still couldn't find the guy that was with him at the.
Sure enough, we don't know if he killed him, if he got on the horse or rode off.
They didn't tell us what he got. All we know, he's walking towards the horse. Spears puts down the gun, and we don't see them together anymore. So what I'm assuming is Spears did his own thing, and the guy he was going to shoot because he was part of the gang. He got on the horse and just rode away, and they never stayed together. So that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, we don't know exactly what happened.
But that's my assumption.
That's what Frank's assumption is.
Because if we don't see him in season 3, we know he rode off on the horse.
Or he shot him and killed him. We don't know.
Yeah. But the thing about this movie, these movies are, they do one scene, and they jump back to the same scene to show you somebody else.
What they were doing
at the same time.
See, he doesn't like that.
I hate
like
that jumping back.
I like seeing the different points of view. I like that.
They jump back, and I'm thinking they would moved on. I said, "Oh no, we done jump back again and again and again and again."
Yeah, so they had a little Last Supper there. They was all eating. The mother finally cooked. I don't know what that meat was that they were
I think they were pork chops.
I don't know.
Oh, they look like steaks. Steaks or pork chops they had.
They were just eating some kind of meat.
At the lodge, because the lodge had food for days.
Yeah, and so they was in there eating, and crazy guy was saying how he could stay there forever, or at least,
Mm-hmm.
at least 45 days. We have more. Oh, we got time. We got poop. And so Spears was like, yeah.
I may as well stay here.
Yeah, why go to find that strip? And so the daughter's like, oh, it's easy for you to say because you dying.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I think you dying, so that's why she didn't want to have nothing to do with it.
Right.
And so the mother was like, hey, you watch your mouth. Why don't you make me watch my mouth? So anyway, the mother's like, I'm going to go check on dessert. She goes check on dessert.
Mm-hmm.
And the daughter, before she went check on dessert, the daughter left. Went back down to that thing that Frank was talking about with the zombies down there. She's standing in front of the door with the gun. Mother go checks on dessert.
Look like chocolate cake.
Yeah. The girl comes back. And when she comes back, the mother's in the kitchen sitting there. All of a sudden, the mother, she's taking the cake out of the oven. And then the mother hears, pow! She runs in there.
What have you done? That's what she said. What have you done?
Little girl done shot Spears and killed him.
Yep, the black guy.
The same guy that helped her mother find her.
Mm-hmm.
And save her mother when the daddy was dead. Matter of fact, saved her from the daddy because daddy was going to eat her.
Yeah. Yeah.
See what happens when you do good things to people? Sometimes good things don't come back around.
And then...
That's just life.
Yeah, and then they jump back and then explain why the girl shot the black dude in the head. And he told her, they jumped back, he started talking to her. He was giving her some scenarios. He said, you're the right person for the right time. And he knew he was dying. He didn't want to turn. So he kept telling her, he said, you're the right person. I knew all about you. You will do what your mother won't do. You get it, and all this stuff. And the girl was crying, tears dripping down her eye. He said, I want you to take this gun. He said, you know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to do. He kept kind of convince her, you strong, telling her she can do it. So he asked her, I thought she killed him for no reason. But they did the flip back. And come to find out, he asked her to kill him so he wouldn't be turned after he died from that infection. So,
wow!
Yeah, she
shot
killed
him, and he fell back. The guy fell out the chair, woke up because Boone was there all along, but he was asleep. He had the ice.
Yeah,
he jumped up,
drunk a lot of wine.
Started throwing up and everything, and then the next thing you know, mother came in. Why'd you do that? So she's mad at her. So they get out, and now they're walking. Left the lodge, now they out walking, trying to get to the airstrip.
Mm-hmm.
They walking, and Boone is like freaked out because he's like, man, I can't believe this girl just did this.
She shot the guy. Yeah, he was asleep
so
the whole time. He didn't know the black guy had asked him to shoot tell her to shoot him.
So that was the end of episode 7. Then we went to episode 8.
Mm-hmm.
Picked up, there's outside, and the girl and the mother had Boone still carrying their bags.
Mm-hmm.
They had the guns. Boone was walking, and Boone was like, man, later for this. These white people crazy. He dropped them bags and took off.
Yep. He dropped them and took off. We thought Boone was gone in the wind.
Uh-huh.
Then I guess at some point they jumped back. And we found out what happened to Boone, because next thing we know, we at the airport, right?
From there, they just went right to the airport, yeah.
And then next thing we know, Boone is chasing them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, what happened to him? They didn't tell us.
Zombie.
He was a zombie. We didn't know what happened to him. I said, okay, we didn't know. So all these people at the airport, and I'm sitting there saying, all through these episodes, it's supposed to be this big airport where they flying people out, and they can go in there and get away. Get to this airport. It was a deserted airport.
Oh, dusty. He ain't really had no real runway. It's like dust cropper airport.
Yeah, dust cropper.
And when they pulled up, it shows you overhead everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You see everybody that was in the season 2 episodes. They all made it there.
All made it to the airport.
Places.
But they don't all know each other's there.
Right.
And when they run into each other, they're shooting each other again.
And then the zombies, they turn each other into zombies, and they're doing all that stuff.
Right, turning each other into zombies, and everybody running here, running there. The whole airport scene was a doggone fiasco because nobody was unified. Mm-hmm. And then
everybody turned on everybody.
Everybody turned on everybody. Everybody was turned into zombies. The whole crew that got to the airport, I think everybody shot everybody up. Everybody got turned into zombies except for the mother, the daughter,
the Korean lady,
and
Mance.
and Mance. Mance was the last black guy that was at the airport.
Cut the thing up. Yeah, and what ended up happening? Then they went back and they told us what happened to Boom, the crazy dude that was hiding out, and took him to the lodge. And basically, when he ran from them girls, he ran to these other guys that was looking for them. And so they had him handcuffed. So he was telling them, I know how to get to the airport. And so he took to the airport. See, I told you, I tell you the truth. And so he got there. So he's like, you can cut me loose now. A deal's a deal. And the guy's like, yeah, a deal's a deal. So he cut his hands loose. And then he shot him. Blew out. Hey. And they shot him in the chest. So he's about to shoot him in the head. He fell down. He's about to shoot him in the head. The guy said, let him turn.
Yeah, let him turn.
That'll slow down the other people while we get out of here. And then they went, and then he got up and just went crazy on everybody that was around him.
And the people that shot, they didn't make it out either. The one that shot Boone, they got turned into zombies.
They all got, when Boone jumped on the two Asian ladies, and they turned. The two Asian ladies was fighting. The Asian lady, got one Asian lady. She jumped on her friend, and then they both turned. So now it was three of them, and the black dude's about to knock him out. But he's like, and he saw Boom come. He dropped that brick, took off running.
Yeah. He was gonna hit him in the head with a brick.
So they all ended up hiding in this, hangar. Everybody that was there ended up running. It was a standoff. But then they saw the zombies coming. They all took off running. They went in there and locked the door. And now the mother pulls out her gun, is about to go. And then the guys come behind her. Is like, I wouldn't do that. Put that down.
Nobody was helping nobody. It was just it was a dog eat dog world.
And then for some reason, the guy's like, hey, go check outside and make sure the coast is clear. The guy said, man, I ain't going out there. Man, go outside.
Well, he was supposed to check on one guy who was banging on the door.
No, the first dude, he sit out there. See, the coast is clear.
He sent the first one out there. Then when he would start banging to get back in, he sent somebody else out there.
He said, man, go check out and let him in. Man, why I got you, man? Go back. So they opened the door and the dude had his back turned.
And he got attacked.
And he turned around and he was a zombie. I don't know why people don't just open the door and look. He opened the door wide, and then he couldn't. They jumped in, so then
all the zombies came in,
and so they ran in there, started fighting them, and then the
shooting started.
Yeah, so the lady and the Korean lady and the daughter.
Yeah, they got out.
Yeah,
started running, and everybody in the hangar got turned into zombies. They were fighting, and they couldn't kill them all. If you got bit, you turned. So they was in there fighting, and they was able to lock them up in there. Then this last man, the man that was so horrible towards the one that was finding the first box of weapons. I think that was the weapons man.
Yeah, you're right.
He showed up again at the hangar and decided the other group that they let go, he got captured by them. He says, now we're going to beat you like you treated us. And they was beating him to death. Beating him up so bad. And then all of a sudden the zombies came in. That ended all that, and
it ended where they locked him in, and that guy that was getting beat up, he ended up squeaking out.
Yep.
And they locked the rest of the zombies inside the little hangar. And that guy was standing outside. He's doing a little monologue talking about them being greedy. I was going to take y'all being greedy, this. And he was saying all that. Then, did Boone come running out then?
Yeah, Boone came in. Boone was running around chasing everybody all the time.
The plane came. When the plane came, then the guy kind of looked up. They all looked up at the thing. And so the mother, when they was in the hangar, one of the guys told the daughter, go get the first aid kit.
She went and got her.
And she went and got the kit, and she got a flare gun and gave it to her mama. So the mother was hiding it. So when they get outside, she pulls the flare gun and shoots it at the guy, not knowing that there was a tank behind, a gas tank
tanker or something level, and blew it all up.
And when it went past him, it hit that and blew up and threw the shrapnel and everything, man, and blew her back and knocked him down and turned the other lady into a zombie.
Yeah, killed everybody and turned them into zombies.
So then they all got up. So the daughter and the Korean lady got up. And they was trying to get the mother. Mother's like, no, just go.
Yeah, my leg's broke. My leg's broken.
So they went ahead and took off running. I assume the daughter realized, hey, Spears told me to never leave my mama, so
Yeah.
the plane was there, and the zombies was chasing the two ladies.
You're right.
They busted out the hangar. They chasing them. They see it. So the Korean lady hops on the plane, and the daughter stops. She's like, no, come on. The daughter saw, look, man, forget you then. So she got in the plane, pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
Plane took off. Daughter took off running.
Yeah, the Korean lady got away. The daughter decided not to get on the plane. She went back to her mother.
And she went around the corner, but then it jumps back to Mance.
Yeah, we thought he was. We forgot about Ants the whole time.
Right. He popped up and banging on the thing. Hey, come here. So about 7 or 8 of them, they all turned to start chasing him.
Yeah, all the zombies, because they had killed everybody else. So all the zombies that was left chasing Mance. And this dude, I mean, he was pretty good. He killed them all.
One by one.
One by one.
It was rough for him, but he got them all through.
And none of them bit him.
And then at the end, he looked up, heard one more. Where this one come from? And that was Boone.
And that was Boone. I didn't thought Boone was been dead.
Yeah.
Oh, he shot Boone in the head, and he was gone. And Nance is still there on the ground on his knees, exhausted and tired, and the show ended. I think. Is that
well for him? But
for
it went
him.
back to the mother, the other guy that was gonna shoot her. He was still alive, so he's crawling towards her with his gun. She rolls over with her gun, and they both looking at
each other for we watching it about 5 or 6, 7 minutes,
and
all they doing just staring at each other, figuring out who's gonna turn first.
The daughter runs over there, she sees them.
Mm-hmm. Then she runs off and gets a car.
Yeah, she finds a car, and I'm like, ooh, she gonna run him over.
I thought she was gonna run him over too.
At first I said she's gonna run him over, then I said, oh, she's gonna come between them, and then get the mother in the car,
right?
And drive off and leave him there. But she pulls up
in the car and just
next to them
and just sits there.
And it sits there. And then the mother rolls over
goes to sleep, and the guy drops the gun on the ground.
Put his gun down. He's like wrestle her.
And then it ends.
And then it goes to the Korean lady up in the plane.
Yeah. Talking to the plane guy.
She's talking, and then he says something back in Korean. She's like,
oh, you can
understand me?
You can understand me, yeah.
And he's an Asian guy, and he's like, yeah, I speak a little Korean.
And she said, you didn't think you were going to find nobody like me. She said, yeah, actually, I was thinking I would.
Yeah.
And then it ends. And we still don't know what happened, how all this began, what is the problem, what created the zombie issue. They didn't tell us. So we got to season 1 and season 2, and you still have not told us what was the real reason all this stuff began to happen in the first place.
Because the lady asked, where we going? And he's like, oh, it's far away, man. I got to refuel. Just get you some rest.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, what about the other people? And he's like, well, we ain't got to worry about that right now because we up here. We're in the
we
clouds.
don't know what's going on down there.
We can't see nothing until they come back down. So that ended it right there.
And that's how it ended for second season.
Kind
of weak.
Yeah, I have to say, even if you ain't got nothing else to do, there's something else you can watch other than this.
Yeah. I mean,
boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
But they do it in such a way where, you know what, we got to find out, at least watch the first season of season 3, because we got to figure out what's really happened.
It keeps bringing you to watch it, but it doesn't answer, but it gives you a little bit more to lead you to believe that they're going to answer the next time.
Yeah, and they don't. And they just drag you along, string you along. So we don't know what they're going to do. I mean,
we shall see.
Netflix is kind of flighty. They'll put on a good show and then cancel it, like Lovecraft Country, and put on a bad show and keep doing season after season after season.
So, yeah, man. So, the thing we're going to do is finish this because this is the end.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't going to go no longer. We'll see you next time, if and there is.
It'll be a year from now before we see season 3.
If there is
season 3, yes.
We'll see you next time. But you got any final words?
No, all I can say is you can watch this episode or this seasons 1 and 2. Take your chances if you want to, but I don't know. You can tell us how you feel about it.
It's only 8 episodes.
8 episodes.
A piece.
A piece.
So that's it for us here at the FnG Show. For the last time for season 2 of Black Summer 7 and 8. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are out.
We are out.